Greetings, everyone, from Sacramento. The Kings playing host to a Western Conference affair here in the capital of California. First game of this trip here for the Pelicans. They're hoping to start it off with the W. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
Well, they know they can beat these guys because they did it the first time they got together. They played 3 times this season, so a win tonight means they've locked up the season series. Does that motivate them, Clark?
You know what, Steve? I think it will, quite honestly. Maybe not as much as if it was the last game of the season series and they needed it to win the series, but it's still something to play for that isn't there in your typical regular season game.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for New Orleans right now, Money, he's in at the point. Anthony Davis is out there with Paul George. And there's Bryant, and it's Knox in at the center.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
The Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And you take a look at the statistics. This club is shooting 74% as a team.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Jennings with the ball. Johnson outside. The dish to Cousins. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. We're about 1 minute into the first. Sacramento moving it around. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Jennings. No good from Cousins. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Detroit Pistons.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
And here is Johnson after the three-pointer from Money. No good from Cousins. For New Orleans, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Knox the pass to George. To the paint. Right side, George. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Well, he shoots the ball with a lot of confidence from the line. He's very comfortable there, 84% on the season.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Can they get it? And he gets the bucket.
The turnaround jumper, that was a thing of beauty.
New Orleans has come out of the gates quickly. 6-point lead. It's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Here's Jennings. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
Sacramento shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Well, you look at the numbers, 79% as a team on the season. That's very impressive.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Good on the second free throw. And so it's New Orleans with it. It's a 5-point game. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Money. He's guarded by Jennings. Feeds to George. Just 5 to shoot. Great open look there.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's back to Jennings. Pass to Meyer. Johnson for three. That's good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Pelicans leading by 4. On the wing, Bryant. Now the pass to Money. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got his first points of the game.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
So it's Sacramento. Kicks to Johnson. To the wing on the left. Jennings wide open. No good with the triple. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Kobe with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And that one's good.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
The Kings trail by 8. Now Jennings averaging 8 points a game. Plenty of space. No good off the back of the rim.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Here's Money. He's guarded by Jennings. The shot's good for Money. Money's got 7 points in the game.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
All right, everyone relax. Run your sets, attack the rim, crash the boards on both.
Here is the 2K leaderboard. What a terrific defensive performance these teams have had since All-Star. The Kings in second.
The size and the strength down low has been impressive when you take a look at those shot blocking numbers, guys.
Kobe against Johnson. It's back to Jennings. Johnson outside. Passes it to Meyer. Shot clock at 6. Jennings for 3. And he gets the bucket.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Boston Celtics.
And Kevin, they played such terrific defense in that game. It took a lot of pressure off them at the other end of the court.
Yeah, and you can't just pick 1 or 2 players out who stood out defensively. There was plenty of credit to go around.
Here's Jennings following the basket by Anthony Davis. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
A moment here now to see how the numbers stack up for Kobe Bryant. He's putting up 9 points per game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds, and he's really been pulling his weight. I mean, we're finding his name in a lot of different columns in their box scores.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for from him, Steve. He doesn't have to be the star, just somebody with solid contributions across a wide range of areas.
Out left to the wing. No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. The good-looking shot from the wing. Jennings has got 6 points. Pelicans leading by 7. Davis with a screen on Jennings. The kick out to Bryant. Here's Money. Another shot, and Davis lays it in. He's got 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Now here's Jennings. He's got 6. On the wing, Johnson. Off the left rim and out. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. George passes to Money. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. That's 10 points for Money.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Pelicans leading by 10. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Money's got 12 points in the game. Sacramento's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, Kevin. Yes, Sacramento's head coach and I were able to chat. We discussed their defensive strategy going up against Kobe Bryant. He said, well, he probably has the best footwork of any player in the game. You can't give him any room in his jump shot, but when he's got all those fakes, it's so tough. Guys, he said he knows Kobe is going to get his points. They just want to try to limit his efficiency out there. Guess we'll see how they do.
Thanks again, Doris.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. New Orleans making a switch here. Here's Clarkson, right now averaging 7 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Moss. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Here's McDaniels, and an air ball on that one. Way off. Here's Money. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Let's see how the Kings have performed over the last few weeks. First in opponent field goal percentage, first in opponent points per game. And they're number 2 in rejections. This is a team that thrives on blocking shots and takes great pride in it.
And Clark, let's talk about that defense. 1 in the league in field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothering. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another.
Here's Clarkson after the made shot from Money. 12. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Davis. Now, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
Here's Money. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
13 foul.
And there's the pass to Moss. Here's Clarkson, guarded by Curry. 4 on the shot clock. Uncovered.
They've done a terrific job rebounding here so far, allowing no second chance points.
To the inside. Here's Meekins. Here's Davis. Can't get it to go. And the Kings going the other way now. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, it was a big loss. Pretty much pure domination. And I thought the key was the rebounding total. I mean, it was ugly. They were completely dominated on the glass. That's going to have to improve tonight.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
Here's Clarkson following the basket by Stephen Curry. Pass to Clarkson. Puts it up from 12. That's good. Steve said it. They were atrocious on the glass when they last met. What do they need to do, Clark, to change that in this game?
Well, a couple of things. One, they need more bodies in the paint. I mean, you got to have more bodies in the paint. Then you've got to be ready to box out. They left 1 or 2 guys on an island down there, and you can't do that. That's not going to work.
So it's Sacramento following the 3 from Money. And that
Nice shooting.
Teague's checked in.
Jeff Teague.
1:27 left to play in the first. Clarkson kicks to McDaniels. Clarkson passes to Moss. Here's Clarkson, 5 to shoot. It's making substitutions here. Jennings out there with Johnson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Meyer in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And that one's good.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
Outside Jennings. Here's Cousins. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Cousins has got 6.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
Gordon against Johnson. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. And the rejection by Cousins. Nice. And the basket good. 7 points in the game. Here's Jennings. 6 points for him. He feeds it to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Diamantopoulos. And it's sent back by George. And he jams it with authority. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw one.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
So it's Sacramento now, following the score by New Orleans. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Jennings. Here's Cousins. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Dishes it to George. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Knox the pass to Gordon. That's tipped and taken away by Johnson. He dishes it to Jennings. Inside, here's Diamantopoulos.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
The shot's good for money.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Listen up, gentlemen. I want us to slow the tempo a bit. Walk the ball up the court. Make sure you make at least 3 or 4 passes before you even look for your shot. For us, the slower the better. Now let's go.
Well, some of the numbers NBA wingmen have been putting up from the field this season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. Paul George on top.
And obviously looking at those numbers, he hasn't just been settling for outside shots. He really works hard to get good position on the inside to get some high-quality looks.
Whenever he gets the chance, every opportunity, and a lot of his shots come right at the rim.
In low to Cousins. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
Cousins playing well. 9 points and a block.
Pelicans leading by 23. Here's Money. He's got 21. Again, the Pelicans score. And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, his free throw numbers this year are below 70%. So when he's getting to the line, he has not been effective.
And guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
And here's Jennings. He's got 6. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Pistons looked really strong. He ended with 47 points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
Now Jennings. Paul George missing from long range. Offensive rebound. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
His second team.
The Kings shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Shooting just 1. Three-point play.
So it's the Pelicans now. They can look forward to the Oracle Arena after this game to match up against Golden State. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
And I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Golden State game turns out for sure. That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Tipped away. Puts up the baby hook. Good. He's got 9.
And he's shaken off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
The feed now to Cousins. Cannot hit. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Outside, George. The drive by Gordon. Here's Knox, and he goes in for the dunk.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Well, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Here's Money. He's got 24. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Sacramento, since the All-Star break, you get a look at the numbers they've put up here. First in opponent field goal percentage, first in opponent points per game. And they're number 2 in rejections. This is a team that thrives on blocking shots and takes great pride in it.
And Clark, let's talk about that defense. I mean, number 1 in the league in field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothering. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Davis is checked in. They double him with George. Taken away. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
Then, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
George having a fantastic game. 9 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Good. 10 points for Anthony Davis.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
They're running. Here's Money. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Here's Jennings. 6 points for him. They need this. Jennings with another miss.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Here's Money. He's got 27. Shot clock at 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Very pretty alley-oop layup. He's got 13.
Tell you what, since the end of the first quarter, he has really come alive.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Jennings with the ball. Now guarded by Money. Another steal.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Now here's Jennings. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. 9 points for Brandon Jennings.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
To the middle.
Well, that was a max range alley-oop pass there, guys. It's got to be. I don't know if anybody's throwing one any longer.
Well, that's just crazy.
Man, how high did he have to go to make that catch? What an unbelievable play. Wow.
The 10-footer misses off the right iron.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Money passes to Davis. To the left side wing. Here's Money. Pass to Knox. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 17 points in the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Jennings with the ball. Now guarded by Money. In low to Cousins. Can't connect from short range. New Orleans has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. There's the dish to Davis. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Outside Jennings. Passes it to Meyer. Johnson outside. Pass to Meyer. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cousins. He sinks the 11-footer. Cousins has got 13.
Tell you what, despite that hot start from long range, they've really gotten away from the three-point shot now.
And I know that's sacrilegious to you, Steve. I mean, being a shooter and all in your pass, you figure you should be firing away from out there at all times. But the mid-range game and in-between games served me quite well. But that hasn't been the best meal ticket for them here in the second half. You got to go with what you do best.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. The offensive rebound.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Cousins with a screen for Jennings. Johnson outside. Outside Jennings. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
And it's rejected. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain.
Too many turnovers.
Stolen by McDaniels. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Pelicans ahead as they wrap up.
DeMarcus, you guys seem to have a lot of opportunities to score, but have not been able to capitalize as much as usual. Is this something that you've talked to the team about?
That's something I've been preaching on. They're giving us a lot of opportunities, and we got to do something with it. So hopefully we can keep them missing shots and we can get something out of it.
Hopefully they're listening to your sermon, DeMarcus. Thank you. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half.
Back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Talk about great numbers for money. He has 29 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Yeah, whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been causing some mayhem out there for sure.
So for New Orleans right now, Money in at point guard. Paul George is out there with Anthony Davis. And there's Bryant, and it's Knox in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. That one wide left. Here's Money. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Bryant's got 4 assists in the game.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
We get a moment here to see some of the numbers for Paul George. He's been something special in the second half of the season, that's for sure. Some serious stats right here. He's right around 13 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the numbers are pretty outstanding. I mean, we've come to expect it from him.
Well, he always impresses, Steve, with the work ethic, stamina, consistency. It's what the best players strive for and produce.
New Orleans has gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. And they're pushing it up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
So deflating for a team. Clark coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
Makes it 2 points there from Money.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Knocked loose. There's the lob to the hoop. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. Well, you look at Money, a dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
Sometimes a three-point shooter just finds that rhythm, and it just seems to carry over. He's been hot for about a month now.
Johnson kicks to Jennings. Feeds to Cousins. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cousins has got 15.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
To the paint. Knocks the pass to Bryant. And yes, sir, that one drops. Bryant's got his second bucket.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
Their plan is one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
Oh, how about that basketball,
Wasn't that
fan?
beautiful?
Wow.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
And Cousins gets it to go.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And George kicks to Davis. Back to George. Lets it go from 14. And he gets it to go. George has got 11.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
The drive by Jennings. Johnson wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple. The Pelicans have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Jennings. Lays it in off the breakaway. Jennings has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
And he lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Johnson with it. George picks him up. kicks it to Cousins. And the pass to Meyer. Got a piece of it. Here's Money. He has 35. He kicks to Kobe. Cannot hit. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Cousins, well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Really alert play on the glass to get some second chance points. He's having one of those games we've become very accustomed to seeing from him.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Second half hasn't exactly gone according to plan for him. He only had one turnover in the first half, but that number is growing much bigger now in the second.
It's Jennings with the drive. In low to Cousins. Jennings dishes to Johnson. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Tries from 7. And again, it's DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 21.
He is remarkably hot this quarter. He has yet to miss a shot.
Here's Money. He's guarded by Jennings. And stolen by Cousins. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Anthony Davis. That's his second personal foul.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Gordon's checked in for Bryant. Good on the second free throw. New Orleans has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Here's Money. Goes back up, and that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 12.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Diamantopoulos. He's guarded by Davis. Davis with some nice D. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Back to George. Pass to Money. Here's Knox. And Cousins with the block. And he recovers it. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside Jennings. Cousins, the pass to Jennings. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
Looking at the Kings over the last month, let's see how they stacked up in the league statistically. First in opponent field goal percentage, first in opponent offense, and they're number 2 in rejections. This is a team that thrives on blocking shots and takes great pride in it.
Hey, Clark, let's talk about that defense. I mean, number 1 in the league in field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothering. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another.
And the Kings making a change here. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Clarkson. Johnson wide open. He fires. Sacramento again missing. New Orleans dictating the flow. Here's Money. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Clarkson. Pass to Meyer. For the 3. The shot no good. Excellent D there from George. New Orleans has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Money passes to George. They set the pick. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
The Pelicans have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Paul George. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Paul George. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Kings have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Bowen, defended by Gordon. Sacramento again missing.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
Here's Money. He has 35. He feeds it to Davis. Kicks it out to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Rodich. And the shot is long.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Flowers the pass to Bowen. Here's Clarkson. And the pass to McDaniels. Shot to end this cold run, and he knocks down the jumper. McDaniels got 5. Here's Money. Good. Money's got 8 points here in this quarter.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Here's Clarkson. Another steal. Here's Money.
Hammer time.
Wow.
Hammer time.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Here's McDaniels, defended by Gordon. There's a screen. McDaniels passes to Bowen. It's hauled in by Gordon.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Clarkson. Right wing. Clock at 6. Here's McDaniels. Sacramento again missing. The Pelicans have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Money passes to Gordon. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. There's the pick. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
Curry.
Muscala, he's checked in for New Orleans. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Curry. Dishes it to Teague. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was a straightforward.
The Pelicans have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Clarkson. No good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Pelicans ahead, just dominating this one. And here's Money. McDaniels is out there with Clarkson. And it's Flowers in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. They get the rebound. Meekins. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Sacramento making a switch here.
Svensson.
New Orleans has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. They set the pick. Here's Money. Shot clock at 6. Rodich. And it's off from three-point range. The King shooting 43% for the game. Stolen. Here's Money. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Six on the shot clock. To the wing on the left. Unloads from 13. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Money's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for New Orleans. Puts it up from 7, and that's collected by Money. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Sacramento. Gordon's checked in for New Orleans. Knocked loose, and New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Money. Here's Huffman. Knocks down the 10-footer.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Scooped up. Comes up empty down low. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Can't get it to go.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Here's Svensson. Here's Cousins. No good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Money. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Money. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Kevin, you'd expect them to protect the ball better, but that hasn't been the case here. They've turned it over often, but still find.
Nice work on D.
Checked in. For those teams changing it up here. Here's Clarkson. Trying his luck deep, and that one's good. New Orleans has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. To the middle, here's Jenkins, and he uses both hands to jam it in. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Money's checked in for New Orleans. Clarkson kicks to Cousins. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Cousins has got 5 points now this quarter. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's Money. And he lobs it up.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist.
Here's Clarkson. He dishes it to Cousins. To the middle. Here's McDaniels. Great D that time from T.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
The shot by McDaniels, no good. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
At the line for your Kings, DeMarcus Cousins. At the line for 2.
That free throw missing.
Boy, their struggles at the line this half really starting to haunt them. You just cannot afford to miss free throws. It's like skipping breakfast. At some point in time, it's going to come back to hurt you.
The Pelicans have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Here's Money, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Here's Clarkson, fires the three, and the shot is good. Clarkson's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Sacramento. And the Pelicans with possession here. Here's Money. Inside, it's deflected. To the middle, here's Clarkson. And he finishes with the dunk.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Now here's Gordon, guarded closer. Here's McDaniels, finishes the break with a slam.
So deflating for a team. Clark coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
Here's Money. Outside Teague. The feed to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Here's Meekins. That one's off. Still out of sync. Sacramento's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. So the wing on the left. Here's McDaniels. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
They set the pick. Down low. Crops in the layup for 2.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
And for the Kings, they're shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Clarkson kicks to McDaniels. On the wing, Gordon. Pass to Money. Back to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from the wing. That's short off the rim. And for Sacramento, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Clarkson passes to Meyer. Here's Bowen. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Muscala's got 6 rebounds in the game. From deep. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Both teams will make substitutions.
Checking in for the Pelicans. Ruddish.
He's checked in for Sacramento. And a change for the Pelicans. Money's checked in for Teague. Clarkson kicks to McDaniels. The drive by Cousins. Pass to Clarkson. Shoots a 3. Second shot opportunity. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. 20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the left side wing. Here's Money. Makes it off the glass. Money's got 45 points.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted the win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, big numbers for you on the offensive end. How were you able to consistently get your shot?
I mean, I just put in so many hours in the gym, you know, on playgrounds and everywhere in between. Now my shot is just as consistent as it gets. I can make most shots blindfolded, honestly. Making them in the game with my eyes open, that's a piece of cake, as you can see with my stats.
Well done. Kevin, over to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.
Okay, listen up. We all know we were too tentative last game, afraid to go to the hoop, settling for jump shots instead of attacking the paint. Point of emphasis today is going hard to the rack. Don't settle, all right? Now let's get after it. Good work today, men. I challenged you before we started, and you took the challenge head on. We got better today, and that's all that matters. Now get treatment if you need it, and get ready for the next game. I'll see you then.